It's Live Music Friday, and with us are the ALASH Ensemble. The ALASH Ensemble is a trio of master throat singers from Tuvan, a tiny republic in the heart of Inner Asia. The ancient art of throat singing developed among the nomadic herdsmen of this region.
ALASH remains grounded in this tradition while expanding its musical vocabulary with new ideas from the West. The ensemble is named for the ALASH River, which runs through the northwestern region of Tuva. All members of ALASH were trained in this traditional Tuvan music since childhood, first learning from their families and later becoming students of master throat singers.
In 1999, as students of Kizil Arts College, they formed a group called Changi Zaya and soon became the resident traditional ensemble on campus. At the same time, they learned about Western music practiced on hybrid Tuvan European instruments and listened to new trends coming out of America. The ensemble and its individual members have consistently won top honors in throat singing competitions.
And this Sunday, April 5th, they return to Northampton to perform at the Iron Horse at 7 p.m. We welcome for Live Music Friday the ALASH Ensemble. Let's hear a song.
Sunuyga turlalgan sannarede şaylaqlarına sannarede yaylaqlarının sarvası yolları biz huvaylamır. Surlağlar nezmada yaylaqlarına ezmada yaylaqlarının eliskiz yolları biz huvaylanır.
The ALASH Ensemble playing at the Iron Horse in Northampton on Sunday. So amazing.
It is the coolest thing every time I get to see it.
It sounds magical. It feels magical. It's wonderful. Can you each tell us your name?
My name
is Father Doruju.
My name is Ayan.
And tell us about the instrument that you have there. What's that called? We have a translator here. Yes. What's your name, sir?
Hi, I'm Sean. I'm ALASH's tour manager, front of house engineer, and interpreter today. And that's Adash Palur.
Adash Palur.
Cool.
It's shaped like a rectangle.
With a horse head.
A horse head. Is that a horse head on there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Almost like a cigar box banjo.
Yeah, recalls that for a lot of people.
Yeah. There are 4 different types of throat singing. Can someone talk about the different types? Because I know we are hearing katagiri, but I don't remember the other 3 types. If somebody could elucidate.
Yeah, so, we categorize 3 different main types, and then there's subtypes inside of there. It's kind of a tricky thing because it's a little bit subjective. So some people will tell you there's 5, and some people tell you there's only 2. But when you're looking at the 3 sort of main types, you have what you heard in the first song were xöömei and sagut, which is you can put xöömei kind of in the middle. And sagut is that really distinctive high whistling type of sound that you get, which of course it's hard to convey on the radio, but when you see it in person, your instant reaction is, how is that sound emanating from a human being? So,
because it's 2 sounds coming out at the same time from a human being. So with 3 of them in the studio, it might, and you're just listening without seeing them, it's hard to know. But if one of them were to do it at themselves, you would see it's two notes at the same time,
Exactly.
a drone and then that high whistle that changes pitch.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's a really beautiful thing. It's just the nature of sound, and the Tuvan people have learned to manipulate it in such a beautiful way.
Is the language that you're translating from Tuvan? What language is it?
Yeah, we're speaking Tuvan. Tuvan is the language of the Tuvan people. Tuva is a part of the Russian Federation, so everyone speaks Russian as an official state language, but the native language of the Tuvan people is Tuvan, which is actually a Turkic language, so it's related to languages like Turkish and Kazakh and Kyrgyz.
Interesting.
So cool. Can you talk about your hip hop collaboration?
Yeah, that's really, it was everybody, but Body Dorju here in the middle was at the forefront of that. We've, for a long time, played with a beatboxer named Shodake from Baltimore, and he brought us into the kind of wider, spoken word, jazz, hip-hop, sort of R&B community down there in Baltimore. And so we've gotten to do some really cool collaborations. Body and Shodake actually produced an album called Embodiments that really kind of takes things out of the box for everybody involved. So, we had a wonderful MC, Ease Jackson, on there. We had a great piano player, Wendell Patrick, hip-hop producer. He's the first hip-hop professor in the entire United States, and he was on our, teaches hip-hop at Peabody. And then we recently, last year, actually, Shodake couldn't make a show, so we got to do a show with the legendary godfather of beatboxing, Rahzel himself, founding member of The Roots. We did a couple shows with them last year. So, yeah, that's the Embodiments album. It's on our website. You can check that out. And, really, Joyce Scott, who's a living, I think she was recognized as a living treasure of African-American culture. And, she does some spoken word and some singing on the album. So it's really cool. A lot of really cool stuff going on.
Awesome.
You've also had a collaboration with Bella Fleck. Is that right? Performing live or recorded as well?
Both, yeah. We just we recorded almost 20 years ago with them.
So I was wondering, because many people who like bluegrass may have heard this style of singing if they're not familiar with it on its own from Bella Fleck. So
Yeah.
that
Or
is
seen the movie Genghis Blues.
Or Genghis Blues, right,
And those, all that stuff happened in the 90s. Our mentor, whom you mentioned in the intro, Kongaro Landar, he recorded on a DVD live at the Quick, Bela Fleck. And so when we were first starting, a lot of people had heard about Tuvan music from our teacher's collaboration with Bela. When we started touring, Bela found out that we were here in the States and asked us to come down to Nashville and record on their holiday album called Jingle All the Way. So we went down there, we recorded, we had a great time. We toured with them for about 3 years with that album. Over 3 holiday seasons. And then, just this last year, we were actually able to get the band back together, and everybody got back on the bus, and we did another tour with Bela Fleck and the Flecktones. So, yeah, that's been a long-standing and just a wonderful thing for everybody. We've all learned a lot from each other.
Is Tuva considered part of or near Siberia?
Yeah, Tuva's, so saying Siberia is kind of like saying the Midwest.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a geographical region, and Tuva is the southern edge of Siberia. So you go south from Tuva, then you've gone across the border into Mongolia, and you're into the steppes. You're into the Gobi Desert and stuff like that. And you go north, and you're in the boreal forest and stuff like that. So Tuva's southern Siberia.
Do you prefer the weather? This is to the band, not that they're a translator. Do you prefer the weather at home in Tuva, Siberia, over Massachusetts, or which weather do you like best?
Siberian, yeah.
Yeah, we like Siberia. Yeah.
Not cold enough for you here?
No, it's nice here. It's okay. We just like home better.
Who doesn't, right?
It's probably the pollen. It's the pollen.
Well,
I appreciate that. I also just like the pollen.
well, let's hear another song for Live Music Friday here
Please.
from ALASH playing the Iron Horse in Northampton on Sunday. Oh, they end like that. That's so cool.
I have one last question. If you're, so your name comes from the ALASH River, and you have songs about the ALASH River. What's inspiring about the river to make you make songs about it?
Силэрийн адыңаар алаш хэмдэ нукталганан. Хэмнэр дугайында ырлар база күсәдерсләр. Дәнсең ал хэмнең чизүсләрне вдахтан жайдап тора. Ал чүгә алаш деп атты шиде алдыңа.
Біздің көзімде бойдысылар ұзыш болып бірар оған жашын ол xöömei сығыттың арасында олдық хевірлерде база ол суңны өттін тұра ден келді дағаштар ол дедіп бар болып тұр. Анан жоғаларды бойдысылар ұзыш ол хемні алғап маттап ол хемні өттініп ұлап тұранды хевірлер база бар болып тұр.
So it's just our music is really connected to nature. You know, the roots of our music are in nature, and nature is reflected in our music. You know, when you look at some of the different styles of throat singing, you know, there's styles that imitate the sound of water. You know, so these natural features are super important for us as musicians and as Tuvans. And ALASH River is just, you know, it's a very big, important and loud river in Tuva. So, you know, we feel that that's really, you know, a great source of inspiration.
So cool.
We have a musical friend who's incorporated the overtone singing into his rootsy, bluesy music, and he's from the Connecticut River Valley. So I'm going to see if he'll change his name from Suitcase Junket to Connecticut, or something like that. Yeah.
Like he's just asking to be sued.
Yeah, no, don't do it. Don't call yourself Connecticut. ALASH is playing at the Iron Horse on Sunday and have been playing here for us for Live Music Friday. Thank you so much for coming in, everyone.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
Oh, what a pleasure and what a privilege. Thank you so much.